We all knew that Isaac Newton was the person who discovered the law of gravity. But did you know that the first to discover the gravity was Leonardo da Vinci? Well, the answer is in this whole video. Before we start, I would be glad if you would consider subscribing to my channel so that I can make more videos like this. Leonardo da Vinci, the archetypal Renaissance man, was a brilliant artist, scientist, inventor, and all-around genius who left behind a legacy of invention and discovery that is still respected today. Yet, if a recent study's authors are right, Da Vinci may have been far more perceptive and smarter than previously thought. Some academics contend that Da Vinci's collection of papers contains a number of sketches and notes that demonstrate his understanding of gravity's basic principles long before Isaac Newton was even born. A group of researchers led by Maury Garrett, professor of aeronautics and medical engineering at the California Institute of Technology, presented the findings of their investigation of Da Vinci's gravitational theory in a paper that was just published in the journal Leonardo. They described how Da Vinci's depictions of a hypothetical scientific experiment that he never carried out sparked their curiosity and allowed them to learn just how much he understood about gravity and how it actually operated. The drawings in question depicted a water pitcher being pushed in a straight line through the air, with sand-like particles discharging and falling to the ground as it went. The water pitcher flowed through certain drawings at a steady speed, while in others it was accelerated at a set rate, with the sand fragments discharging in each case. Da Vinci recorded predicted variations in the pitcher's speed as it was increased in his notes, as well as changes in the speed of the sand particles as they quickened along their downward trajectory. The latter action by Leonardo da Vinci was extremely significant and groundbreaking since it showed that he understood gravity to be a continual force of acceleration. He was aware that an object falling in the presence of gravity would accelerate until it hit the ground, at which point it would come to a stop. This represented a significant advancement and an essential first step in the process of comprehending how gravity worked and influenced all physical objects everywhere. Yet, Da Vinci's brilliance didn't end there. With his tests, Einstein made a more precise discovery that brought him one step closer to a fully developed theory of gravity. Triangles created by sketching lines that followed the motions of the water pitcher and various falling objects were included in drawings by Leonardo da Vinci that were included in a collection of his writings known as the Codex Arundel. Depending on the changes in the pitcher's pace, different kinds of triangles were created. In 2017, while utilizing the Codex Arundel as a source for a graduate course he was teaching, Maury Garrett saw a drawing of one of these triangles and the accompanying inscription. Garrett enlisted the aid of Flavio Noca of the University of Applied Sciences and Arts Western Switzerland in Geneva and Chris Rowe, a postdoctoral researcher at Caltech, to help him closely scrutinize Da Vinci's drawings and notes in order to delve deeper into the thoughts and discoveries of the artist. Together, the team learned how far Da Vinci had come in his understanding of gravity when Noca helped with the Codex Arundel's translation. They discovered what Da Vinci meant when he used the phrase equation de motu, in addition to understanding that he recognized it as an accelerating force. The shape that would be produced would appear to be a perfectly balanced equilateral or right isosceles triangle. It appears that Da Vinci had realized this when the pitcher's motion was accelerated to match the rate of gravitational acceleration supplied to the particles. This was important because it demonstrated that Da Vinci had advanced to the point where he was prepared to determine the gravitational constant, a crucial quantity required to develop a more thorough theory of gravity. He had utilized geometrical reasoning to get there, and the next step towards such a theory would be to try to ascertain the precise mathematical value. Sadly, Da Vinci made a few errors in his attempt to determine that constant, which the Caltech researchers were able to identify through their decoding of his work. Even yet, his efforts were commendable because he was able to arrive at a figure that was roughly 97% accurate. This was a truly amazing endeavor that anticipated the work of later intellectual titans. 125 years before Isaac Newton was born and 169 years before Newton's publication of Mathematical Principles of Natural Philosophy, which contained his principles of universal gravitation, Leonardo da Vinci passed away in 1518. Da Vinci's discoveries might have been elaborated upon by mathematicians and scientists of the day, and a complete theory of gravity might have been established long before Newton had the chance to do so. However, it appears that Da Vinci's contributions in this field were somehow ignored. More than 500 years after Da Vinci came this near to discovering the whole truth, the results of his labor weren't recognized and appreciated until the 21st century. If you guys liked this video, please say something in the comments section below. Thank you and God bless.